Hey basketball fans, stop what you're doing right now, because the WNBA world just got shook. Maya Moore, the legend herself, has finally broken her silence on rookie superstar Caitlin Clark in a brand new ESPN interview, and trust me, no one saw this coming. Is this the moment where the torch is passed from one icon to the next? Or did the four-time WNBA champion just hit Clark with a reality check she desperately needed? You do not want to miss what Maya said. Her words will leave you speechless. Let's break it all down right now, why this interview matters. Before we get to Maya's jaw-dropping comments, let's take a step back and understand why this is such a huge deal. Caitlin Clark has never been shy about who her basketball hero is. Maya Moore is her Michael Jordan, her ultimate inspiration. Clark has even admitted that if she ever played Moore one-on-one, she wouldn't score a single bucket. That's next-level respect. But here's what makes this story even more fascinating. Moore wasn't even on the court while Clark was rising to stardom. While Clark was shattering NCAA records and becoming a household name, Moore had already stepped away from the game at the peak of her powers. In case you need a quick reminder of Maya Moore's GOAT status, let's talk about her resume: four-time WNBA champion, two-time NCAA champion at UConn, 2 Olympic gold medals, and a first-ballot Hall of Fame lock. She was unstoppable. But in 2019, she made the shocking decision to walk away. Not because of injury, not because of age, but to fight for something bigger than basketball. She dedicated herself to freeing Jonathan Irons, a man wrongfully convicted, and later married him. Talk about using your platform for change. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark was becoming the face of a new generation. But now that she's taken the WNBA by storm, everyone wanted to know, what does Maya Moore really think about the superstar who grew up idolizing her? The moment finally came in a recent ESPN interview. The host brought up how many young players, including Clark, have named Maya as their biggest inspiration. And then came the big question. What's the next step for Caitlin Clark after her impressive rookie season? Most people expected Moore to just shower Clark with praise. You know, the usual, she's amazing, she's changing the game. But nope, Maya Moore went way deeper. And then, she dropped the bombshell. Moore started by acknowledging the unique pressures Clark is facing. In this generation, you have so many more challenges in how to handle yourself as an adult. You go through that whirlwind of being a senior in college, transitioning into the WNBA. But then, she hit Clark with the real challenge. The next step is how to become an even better leader, and so much of leadership is listening and learning. Did you catch that? Maya didn't focus on Clark's shooting, her passing, or even her basketball IQ. She zoned in on leadership. Moore continued. Hopefully, the more she can get connected to the vets in the league, coaches, and anyone she can learn from, the better. Because a lot of leadership is not just talking the talk, it's walking the walk. Wow, this wasn't just praise, this was a challenge. Moore is saying that Clark has the skills, but now she needs to prove herself as a leader. This is huge. When Maya Moore talks about young stars, she usually focuses on different things. For Juju Watkins, she praised her physical strength and scoring ability. For Paige Buckers, she highlighted her poise under pressure. But for Caitlin Clark, it all came back to leadership. Moore is basically saying, Caitlin, you've got the talent. Now can you handle the pressure of being the face of the league? And let's be real. Clark's rookie season wasn't just about basketball, it was about breaking records, breaking barriers, and yes, sometimes breaking relationships. Not every WNBA veteran has welcomed Clark with open arms. Some have tested her physically. Some have accused the media of giving her too much attention. And some have made it clear, respect in this league isn't just given, it's earned. Moore is telling Clark, you've handled the basketball part, now comes the hard part, handling everything else. So, is this a reality check from Maya Moore or a historic passing of the torch, maybe a little of both? Moore's message was clear. I see your greatness, Caitlin, but are you ready for what comes next? This is like a chess master recognizing another prodigy but reminding them, the game only gets harder. Clark now faces a choice. Take these words as motivation and grow into the leader Moore knows she can be, or crumble under the pressure of living up to her idol's expectations. The future of women's basketball starts now. The WNBA is experiencing unprecedented growth. TV ratings are exploding, arenas are selling out, social media is at a fever pitch, and yes, a lot of this connects to Clark and her fellow rookies like Angel Reese. But let's not forget, Maya Moore was part of an earlier wave that helped lay this foundation. She was one of the first WNBA players to land major endorsements. She helped bring new eyes to the game. She planted the seeds that Clark and others are now harvesting. This is why her advice carries so much weight. She's been where Clark is, but in a different era, with different challenges. And rather than being protective of her legacy, she's offering guidance. Now, I want to hear from you. Was Maya Moore being supportive of Caitlin Clark or giving her a much-needed reality check? Is Clark ready to step into the leadership role Moore described, or is the spotlight simply too intense? Do you think Caitlin Clark is the future of the WNBA? Drop your honest opinions in the comments below. And if you love in-depth WNBA coverage like this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And speaking of major WNBA moments, did you hear about the Chicago Sky's shocking move after that infamous hit on Caitlin Clark? Kennedy Carter has finally been replaced. But was it really about basketball? Or was the backlash just too much for the team to handle? Like, share and subscribe to SportsSlices channel.